Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. This is a reading for whoever, whenever, wherever. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic today. I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm going to be at Glowfish Studios tomorrow, Saturday, the 25th of October for the Witches of Wyandotte event. That I got this shirt at Glowfish. Love that place. Love those people. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, we're gonna open up with the Portal Oracle. This is a deck I made a few years ago, and it is available. I have a limited number of them available for sale. If anybody would like to buy them, just email me. My email is in the description box. We're also going to use my tarot deck, which is TarotGazing. If you're interested in that, same thing. My email address is in the description box. Ancestors, spirits, guides. What portal would you like us to walk through today? What portal are you opening for us in this beautiful, beautiful day in the season of Scorpio? Ancestors, spirits. Cakewalk. Ooh, sometimes things look a lot easier than they actually are. This is the cakewalk. Number 5. There's a change. It's like a change in how we see something. Change in how we perceived something, maybe after we started. This is the book. Easy as cake and pie. Setting out into the world of our imaginations, everything looks possible if we just imagine it hard enough. We can imagine whatever we want. We can go wherever we want. We can be whomever we imagine ourselves to be. We can imagine it's easy to get there. The real life world is not always a reflection of what's in our imaginations. These things don't always match what we have envisioned in our mind's eye. Things aren't always as easy as they appear, or things aren't always as difficult as they look. Both views inform the other and translate us via perception. We add our bit of frosting to the pieces of life we've served. When going on a cakewalk, we are confronted with a combination of visions. It's time to use our powers of discernment to determine the reality of our imaginations. Where are we making things more difficult? Where have we dipped in candy coating? And what have we smoothed over with frosting? Does it really make it sweeter? Is it easier to ingest? Is it healthy to try to sweeten everything? Are there some things that are too hard to bite? Or is it our imagination playing tricks on us? It's all a matter of taste. Right? So what are we imagining something to be? And is it really that when we set out to be it? There could be something coming toward you, a proposal maybe of maybe business, maybe an activity, maybe would you like to participate in something? That's what it feels like. Different levels, for different people of different subject matters for different people. But I think that the perception of the activity itself will be changed once you experience that thing, once you see like all the details that need to be ironed out or all the pieces and parts of it. Is there something that is difficult, that an endeavor that that you have to step out on? You have to try it. You have to take a part in it, and you're telling yourself, you're trying to be optimistic and seeing things, making it sweeter than it is. When really there's like a reality there that needs to be looked at and worked out. 5 of Vessels in the reverse. This is the 5 of Cups. This is about not crying over spilled milk. This is about seeing things how they are. You're not letting yourself feel remorse about something. I'm fearing remorse about something. Like maybe you didn't do anything wrong, and somebody's expecting you to feel a certain way about it, or you thought something was going to be one way and it turned out that wasn't how it actually was. Cakewalk, right? And so let's find out. 5 of Vessels, ancestors, spirits, guides. What else? It's 5 of Cups. Just feels like you're not sitting there sad about it anymore as the Fool comes out, the Fool card. Aries, Aquarius energy. Yeah. Ooh, like looking back at those old places and saying, I'm not sad about this anymore. I don't feel regret about that anymore. You're not mourning those losses anymore. You're on your way to trying something new. And when we get the Fool and the Cakewalk, sorry about that noise, got caught on my little cauldron there. There is this idea of maybe there is some hubris. Maybe you aren't really experienced at what's going on. Maybe you do need to look more into it, right? Because there is something that isn't as it appears to be, and you won't know what that is until you actually approach it. Ace of Swords on the bottom. Yeah, there's a truth coming through. Ancestors, spirits. And I'm seeing, here's a bear here, right? That dog on the card right there, that's Bear when he was a puppy. The newness of it, right? 10 of Swords in the reverse coming out here. Now wanting to go back to the pain of what it was before. And those experiences that you lived through that taught you things, right? Maybe what's coloring your perception of that things are going to be more difficult than they actually are. Are you telling yourself things are going to be harder than they are? Because of previous experiences. Two of Coins showing up. There's a balance that needs to be maintained here. Can we please get 2 more cards to let us know? I mean, this is, yeah, starting off in a new endeavor. So then what? Then what? What is this about, Spirit? Do you see how it like jumped in my hand and it's the Lover's card? Just make sure. Yeah, there's nothing inappropriate, or it's all YouTube friendly, but it was in the reverse. This is a choice to say no, and maybe not partner up with something. And again, maybe it was more difficult than you thought it was going to be. Maybe it looked like something that it actually wasn't. Maybe maybe you're talking yourself into something or out of something without really giving yourself the full chance of experience of understanding what it is. Page of Swords, messages coming through, and these are kind of cold messages, right? There could be, somebody saying like, I was hurt in the past. I've had this experience with partnerships in the past. Take it out, resonates. Business partnerships, BFFs, love relationships, whatever it is for you. Siblings. Ooh, that's coming through here. Like, I had this experience before and I don't want to have this experience again. So you might be clouding the judgment of the thing, like making the new thing look better than it is in order to avoid the previous feelings. Or you might be making the new thing harder than it is because you're afraid that it's gonna turn out the way that the other things did, like not even giving it a chance. And there's messages, there's something about messages coming through, could have something to do with money, long-term investments. Where do you really want to put your coins? Like, there is something very, very solid here. Something very, very solid, very well developed, that's abundant, right? I'm hearing it like reaches out into the future. It's a space where you can comfortably explore. See them comfortably exploring. And for some reason, I feel like, guys, Bear's in this card too. He's not in like all the cards, but there he is. You see him? Like starting off on this new adventure, taking the risk, going ahead and trying it, maybe looking at it in a more clear stance of what it actually can be. Get the King of Swords coming through here. This is air sign masculine energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be, you don't have to be a man or a woman. It's the energy, but it's about decision making. Right? It's about being clear, honest, decisive about the decisions that are being made. And this person, it's the thinker, right? He's deep in thought, and it takes the emotions out of it, right? Maybe there's like, I'm feeling 5 of Cups in reverse, no other cups. And Lovers in reverse. It feels like all of the emotions are taken out of it. This is a little bit more than aloof. This is not considering emotions in any way, shape, or form, and thinking about the coin, thinking about the solidity, thinking about where you can get what to next, right? And that might be where you need a little bit of frosting on this cake here, because it's letting go. This is the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Not holding on so tightly. If there was a choice, like letting go of something that didn't seem solid, right? But maybe that's not following the guidance that you like. There's something else here. There's something like that two of Pentacles, right? There's something that you got to weigh out that's really getting at you. And it might be like a lesson that you've learned, or something that you already know, like something that you're not discovering within yourself, maybe because you aren't looking at it clearly, or you're trying to paint a picture of what it should be or what it would look like, and not actually shining that lantern on what it is. And also this idea of not listening to yourself, Hermit in the reverse, because Seven of Swords. Something is off. Something is off about the situation. And you got to be honest with yourself here about this. And then there's, again, this idea of strategy with the Seven of Swords, Seven of Coins in reverse, 7-7 on the bottom. Losing your patience. Somebody is losing their patience. Somebody's like trying to make an exit here so that they can go fulfill what it is that they're doing. But maybe they have to leave something, or they're making a choice to leave something else behind. And whether or not that's actually the good thing or the accurate way of seeing something, it just feels like there's something clouding the perception of that, of what's real and what's right. But the patience is lost. Let's get some, I get it. Only stick around for so long, or get an idea about that, like this looks this way and it looks the way it used to look, or things used to look, so I'm going to put this coating over it, that's how it is, even if like not using your heart at all, or this person not using their heart at all. And there's definitely something very, very cold about it. Like just going after the coin. And there's a deception there because we are not just mental beings, right? We're not just material beings. There's something, look, expand. Growth is often uncomfortable and messy, but necessary. Phases. Shine even when you're not whole, like the moon, right? Growth, like growing through this, and then the sun rise to the occasion. Wow. New beginnings. From chaos comes calm. I think that no matter what your situation here is, looking at something clearly and logically is going to get you from point A to point B. But even if you're telling yourself every factual truth, even if there's supporting evidence, where's the heart space in this? Change twice. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. There it is. And hear Bob Dylan. The times they are a-changin'. And then here's this about tantric, and that's what I'm talking about. This is like really quick reading. It says the tantric journey, number 42. The frequency of tantric journey helps us unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with the other. And again, that like this is like to say, you know what, I never got anything out of any heartfelt or spiritual relationship that I've ever had. So I'm just going to focus on the ducats. I'm just going to focus on the logic. I'm just going to focus on those things, and then missing so much expansion that's available to you, right? Like there's something here about, I'm hearing like, don't leave your heart out. Don't leave your heart out of this situation. I feel like there needs to be more. What do we get in spirit? The tea leaf cards. First one that comes out is a period of ill health and depression, right? Which could be what you're trying to avoid. 10 of Swords in the reverse here, right? Let go of that. Don't coach your new endeavor with whatever the weird thing from the previous endeavor was. It's like going through these phases. It's okay. Change. Look, Tortoise. Slowly but surely you're getting ahead. Slowly but surely you're getting ahead through these changes, and it's like the swords and the flying on the frying pan, trouble and accusations. You're just trying to like get out of a situation before things, because you're imagining things, or people are telling you things, or things happen in the past, like trouble and accusations. It feels like you're like out of the frying pan into the fire. Marriage will take place, either romantic or business, right? It's this like there's like this idea of like not alienating yourself and allowing new beginnings to come through, like a fair woman. Dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Could be me, maybe not, take that how it resonates. Could be you, could be somebody that you're dealing with. We have the carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. Absolutely, those are these changes are coming through here. December could be December coming up. It could be December past, something significant that happened in December. Could be somebody's birthday, anniversary. Take that however. It could have something to do with the trip that you're taking in December. A tower, a solid foundation, success with effort. Like these new beginnings will be solid, knowing that you are being realistic about the steps that need to be taken, right? Someone is working against you behind your back. I'm telling you, with this fly, like maybe people have been coming after you. Maybe somebody thinks, I'm telling you, I feel like something's going on, and you have a perception of it, and you think that it's one thing and this whole thing is one way, when really it's a completely different way. And unless you give yourself the chance to investigate it, to try it, to experience what it is, you're not going to know what it is. And there could be somebody trying to keep you back, trying to keep you from your new beginning, or trying the thing out to see, right? And you need to let that go. Get back to basics. Here's like that tantric and that new beginning and like the Fool, right? Right, because you're a goal-oriented person and you have places you need to go. King of Swords energy, right? The Bow, and you are highly thought of. King of Swords energy. Right. I'm hearing not taking things lightly, but also not taking them so seriously. Unsuccessful plans. Because maybe you didn't have all the facts or the information, right? Solid success with effort. Unsuccessful plans. So sometimes the solid foundation, sometimes the thing doesn't work and you have to start over, right? Sometimes the thing has to be reconstituted, or you have to take a couple steps back so that you can reconfigure the thing. It doesn't mean you need to take the entire thing down. Like a deep friendship with someone of the same sex, the same gender, whatever gender that might be for you, right? And that could be the person who's causing the troubles and the accusations. Persevere and you will overcome the problem. Just keep going. You're going to be okay. New beginnings. From the chaos comes the calm. Look, the Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Be mindful of that. I'm telling you, there's something here that is changing. Whether these ways that you're painting, these colors that you're painting over whatever's going on now, are positive or negative, I think that it's paint, and that you need to really investigate what's underneath and what's actually going on, because it's not going to be the cakewalk that you think it is, or it is going to be a cakewalk and you're making it way difficult on yourself. That's going to be different for each of you. I think it's a little of both for everyone. All right. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe if this resonated with you. And thank you for coming back and visiting us again next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.